Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. Thank you very much for joining the space. I'm very grateful. So we are reacting to another song again by Rotary Connection, and it's called The Sea and She. And this was requested by Deeper Dive. So thank you again, Deeper Dives, for requesting. And let's get to it. Let's just make sure the levels are good. Yes. Let's go.
The sea is cold and it's so dark, and there's no light to guide you.
Wow.
You turn your head and you'll find that she said how nice it was just to know you. You walk the sand and you set your hand for something to remind you. You think of her and how she'd smile, the way a star would glisten. Ha! Her laugh would roll way atop the wave, and the moon would stop just to listen, yes.
Wow.
But now she's gone. Does life go on? Is it not worth the living? Is it just not worth the living? Yeah. So alone and a little afraid to face the day.
Wow.
But as you think, the sky turns pink with the streaks of red and yellow. The water shines just like sparkling wine. Yeah, the time for tears is over. The crowd line cuts just like a knife. The dawn and all of its wonder, yeah, yeah. The dawn and all of its wonder.
Wow.
I'm talking about the dawn this morning. I'm talking about the dawn.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Also, I do apologize if you guys can hear sounds like outside. My neighbors are having their drive done, so it might be a bit loud. So I do apologize for that, but the show must continue. But yeah, this was amazing. Oh, I loved it so much. Like, different to the other ones that I've listened to of Rotary Connection. I feel like this is off a different album, right? But I loved the stripped backness, if that's a word, of it in comparison to the other ones that they've done and I've obviously reacted to on the channel, and that Deeper Dives you've requested. I loved the strip back of it, and I loved how it was very vocally heavy and vocally focused. Like, there was a lot going on vocally, but I think that was really beautiful. It was really Oh, and then the harp. Oh, I swear the harp was gorgeous. And then the drums. So there was like instruments here and there, but I feel like the main thing that was carrying the song were the vocals. So the main vocalist, does it say? Vocal arranger, vocals, Judy. Kitty Hayward. That's Dave Scott. Tenor. Yes, so it was. I'm assuming it's Dave that was doing the main vocal, and then you've got Shirley, Kitty, Minnie, which I assume, obviously were on the harmonies and the ad libs and all of that stuff that was happening. But it was more sort of joined harmonies. I don't know what the word is for that one. Loads of people, like a choir harmony. Like loads of people were doing the harmonies, and I feel like it was just beautiful. Like I loved his voice as well. It was really different. Like there was so much soul to it, but the way in which he was singing was really different. Like I've never heard the way that he was singing. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. Like, I mean, it's pretty simple what I'm saying, but if you kind of grasp what I'm talking about, maybe it's just because I've never listened to them before. I have listened to a lot of soul music, but this is like ballad soul, and it's just like his voice, man. Let's have a listen.
How nice it was just to know you. You walk the sand and you set your hand.
It's really beautiful. It's so unique the way he's singing. Like, I love when you hear an instrumental and you hear something, and sometimes as a singer, for me anyways, it's like I have my way of I would sing it and how I want to sort of complement it, and how my voice naturally would just complement what I'm hearing, and what we call, I guess, what other people would know as like being in tune, being on key, and all these kind of things that you think about when you sing alongside an instrumental, which is just standard, I guess, just for it to sound appealing, for it to be musically sound, if that makes sense. But this one is so unique in the way he sings it, like this song and how he sings it. I'm guessing it's Dave, his name is. If I'm wrong, then let me know in the comments if it's not actually him. But it's just the way he chooses to go with his voice is unique to the instrumental, if that makes sense. And I always like hearing that with artists, because it's like, it's nice when I hear something different that I wouldn't necessarily do, or I haven't heard done, because it just kind of opens me up to the world of singing and like tone and like where you can actually go with your voice, and it still sounds good, but it's not something that I would necessarily lean towards with my vocals. So it's like, as a singer, it's really refreshing to hear that, because it's like, wow, you're so shaped by your own authenticity and not necessarily by the sounds and the ways in which you've heard things been sung before. Maybe not. Maybe he is inspired by ways of singing that I haven't heard before. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like a singer's voice very much is shaped by what they grew up listening to, what they heard around, and then also of their own authentic sound, which I think requires you to be in isolation, really, because a lot of the times you've overconsumed so much sound that it does require that level of isolation for you to just kind of tune back in with like your authenticity in your voice. And I feel like every artist has that phase, and obviously I don't know much about the personal life of Dave Scott, if it is Dave that's singing or the male lead vocalist, but I feel like he's so unique that I wouldn't doubt that that's what he potentially did. You know, but then every artist's journey is different, so you never know. But just some food for thought. I loved his vocals, man. Ugh.
And you'll find that she said how nice it was just to know you.
And it's just so, he's really speaking to us, like he's really saying the words, and like I love that about it. And then there's the harmonies, man.
The way a star would glisten.
I swear, that harmony, bro. Not the harmony, the harp. Oh, that is just so, it makes it so pretty and so magical, majestic, and
With good listen,
see.
ha, her laugh would roll
And then
way.
I heard some acoustic guitar and then. Oh, honestly, what a beautiful instrumental. It's really uplifting and really calming and magical and dreamy vibes to it, especially with the harmonies. Like, let's see. This bit. Actually, I went to a part where that I already put down. I'll get to the harmonies when I find them. But this bit, the way it picked up here and the way the drums was kind of doing their own little thing, like kind of offbeat type of vibe, and like, it was sick, man. Let's listen to that again. Ooh, just that little bit. Like, so unique in the way that it's like played as well. The drums amazing. Oh, honestly. And the end bit with all the harmonies throughout the whole thing, but this bit stuck out to me.
I'm talking about the dawn this morning.
Like the vocals what carry this, like his voice and then the harmonies by the female singers. I'm guessing that's what I can see on here, with the vocalists. Mitch Eliota, potentially that could be another singer as well. But yeah, like the vocals take, because the instrumental's quite like, there's a lot going on, but it's quite soft and it's a bit more like this, and then the vocals, and then it kind of picks up with a bit of the instrumental, and then it kind of goes back down. It's very dreamy and it does take you on a journey, but for the most part it's quite calming and quite, yeah. And the fact that it's called the sea and she as well, it's very much like the sea in my opinion, like with how it's like it almost sounds like crashing waves at times, like you know. And the vocals, I think the harmonies make it so grand and so, I don't know what they were doing there, but that kind of vibe. And I just think it adds to it. Anyways, I've just been wanting to highlight this for ages. My brain like always goes in and out of thoughts, guys. A little bit ADHD, I do have to say. But you guys are here for it, aren't you? So let's have a look at the lyrics, because I wasn't as concentrated on the lyrics. And there was something in there that I heard. I was like, wow. Wow, the sea is cold and it's so dark and there's no light to guide you. You turn your head and you'll find that she said how nice it was just to know you. Oh, you walk the sand, you search your hand for something to remind you. You think of her and how she'd smile, the way a star would glisten. Her laugh would roll way atop the wave, and the moon would stop just to listen. Oh, yeah, that's the bit that hurt. Anything to do with the moon, I'm like tuned in. I love the moon. But now she's gone. Does life go on? Is it worth the living? Is it just not worth the living? So alone, a little afraid to face that day. But as you think the sky turns pink. I love that inner rhyme there. Oh, that's gorgeous. With the streets of red and yellow. It's very beautiful. Even just to say it like as a poem, like it's written almost very much like a poem, with the streaks of red and yellow, and not just because of the rhymes, more because of just the pacing of it. The water shines just like sparkling wine. The time for years is over. The cry of life cuts just like a knife. The dawn, all of its wonder. The dawn and all of its wonder. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's the thing. It's very dreamy. Like, it's really... The sea and she. Oh, it's gorgeous. Water shines just like sparkling wine. It's like this song about observation and about seeing seeing a woman in the water, and almost like this muse type of vibe, and like, but also talking about something a bit deeper than what you observe, because sometimes we can observe things, but then it takes a bit more analysis to kind of go deeper into what you're observing to talk about something deeper. So I like how they're kind of talking about something that's sort of over there that you'd be observing and almost more 3D, but then he's going deeper with it and like talking about more of like the mood and the meaning behind it, if that makes sense. Let me have a little look at the context of this song because I'm very much intrigued. So the song reflects on a lost love through poignant wave-like orchestral arrangements and Minnie Riperton's soaring vocal harmonies. So she's part of the harmonies as well. There was a bit that was really high there, like a high note. And it could have been the male singer, but it sounded like it went into someone else's voice. It sounded like it could have potentially been her as well. But that's the beauty of the band, is like there's so much versatility within just one band. I think that's incredible. So Rotary Connection was a visionary studio collective known for psychedelic rock, classical orchestration, and deep R&B. I think there's something I mentioned in the last video. Honestly, vocal prowess of Minnie Riperton. I think this is probably just this is when like the AI generated or like context may not sort of include everybody, obviously, because Minnie Riperton is well known, we all know who she is, type thing, you know what I mean? But there's other singers here as well that we should have also credit because they were part of the band. So Kitty Hayward, Shirley Walls. Yeah, and then guys, I'm so sorry but if you guys can hear that noise. If it's too distracting, I'll just keep speaking so it covers the noise. But yeah, we should give credit to the other singers that were there as well. Dave Scott, Shirley, Kitty. Yeah, because obviously Minnie Riperton's going to be given her flowers in this because people know her. But like I said, it took a whole team to make this happen, and the people that don't necessarily make it to the point where they're well known, it doesn't mean they're less talented. They have something to give. So yeah, creds and props to all the singers, obviously, and including Minnie Riperton. So The Sea and She is widely considered one of the gems of Hey Love record. The narrative, the lyrics follow a narrator walking the cold, dark sand, desperately seeking a trace of memory of a departed lover. I really love it. It's really, that's what I'm saying, it's very poetic. And obviously songs can be very poetic, but I really like the observational type of writing. Like, you know, I can imagine, if he was on a beach and wrote it, or if he was even away in rainy England, it's like that idea of observation, like, you know, put yourself in by the ocean. What do you see? You know, the sand, it's cold, it's, you know, it's feeling a bit cold, and the sea sort of glistens like sparkling wine, and like all these things. It's very observational, and I like that way of writing because it's talking about something and it uses obviously a metaphor, but it still puts you in that moment of where you're at the beach or you're at the sea, but you're by the ocean, you're on the sand, and what does it feel like to be there? And this song kind of brings that vibe to it. So it takes you out of your current situation and kind of brings you somewhere else, which music does anyways, right? But I just really like how it's very descriptive of the sea and that, and likening it to like a lost love, and like, yeah, I just think it's gorgeous. Yeah, really beautiful, man. So the arrangement, so Stepneys' signature production, the song doesn't just act as a standard soul ballad. It builds like an oratorio, and that's the thing. Like, they've done that in their other songs that I listen to, because there's so many people, members in the band, which is so beautiful, and so many great singers that they can do this effect. I think that's one thing that I haven't necessarily seen in the ones that I've been sort of, the songs that I've been looking at on my channel, what you guys have requested and what I've just kind of taken initiative to just put on my channel in general, if I haven't never heard them. So far, I haven't seen a group like this where there's so many members and it's very rich vocally. You know, you can have a lot of members and it be just more sort of instrumental heavily focused, which these are, but they also add a very unique stance of it with the vocals and with the harmonies and with the different types of singers. You know, you've got such a range of vocal abilities and so much that you can create with that. And I think that's something that's really unique with them, from what I've seen. I can't speak. Yeah, honestly, like, so that's what the oratorio, like, it's very vocal heavy, and I love that. I think that's really uplifting when they use that, and the way that they've arranged it as well, the way that Stephanie's arranged it is beautiful. So the rhythm section and string arrangements mimic the rolling, crashing motion of ocean waves. That's literally how I felt when I was listening to it. It was like the ocean wave, like it was really beautiful. And then kind of like the where the drums were sort of offbeat, like just a little bit, and then it kind of faded out. So it's like, yeah, it was very much replicating that, and I love that. And the kind of cinematic feel that you get from the vocals. Ooh, that vibe was very sort of, yeah, there was chaos there, but there was also that soothing element there, and it definitely talks to the experience of the person's experience of the lyrics. You know, whoever it is, this, as you wouldn't say the experience, you say the story that the lyrics are telling. Whoever's story, it could be my story. Whoever's listening, it could be the person that wrote its story. It could be, you know, Bill from down the road story. You know, it could be anybody's story. Whatever you bring to it, and that's why music is so beautiful, because yes, it's talking about a specific situation, but we can all relate to it. And we can all feel those feelings through the instrumentals, through the vocals, and that's powerful, and I love it. Oh, I just love it. And that's the thing, it says otherworldly, upper register vocals by Minnie Riperton, cinematic backing. This is literally all I've been saying, like, and that's how it makes me feel. I feel like a lot of their songs are very cinematic, which I really love. So, wow, yeah, another great request. Thank you so much, Deeper Dives. I love them, and I'm really enjoying discovering, yeah, this band is really fascinating. Great band to analyze, great band to look into, to get inspiration from as well. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you Deeper Dives for requesting. If anybody has a request, there is a link in my description. I have also made my exclusive content page on Patreon Live. It is a membership tier. So, but there I will basically be releasing all the videos that are blocked on YouTube, because I do post some videos, and the way that obviously I do my videos, sometimes YouTube restricts them, but that's just how I will always do my videos. I just naturally like the way that I do that, because it's authentic to me, but then YouTube likes to restrict some of them. So I have now a platform where you guys can see those. It is linked down below, but I will also be offering, or not offering, just sharing really, parts of my own musical journey, a bit more of my singing, my own process, and stuff like that. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, and that you'd like to see more of, and kind of see more of my journey as a musician in real time, then feel free to join. The link is in the description. Any requests as well, I take them via the link in the description too. So have a look at the description, and there may be something there that you'd like to look into, you know. But if not, thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. No pressure. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and joining the space. I'm very grateful. Until next time.